And we're back with round 2.
Round 2. Ooh.
We got the Super Soper himself, Andrew.
And apparently also Super Soper. We haven't updated Adam Olds' nameplate.
And neither of these decks are right either. So, there we go. Adam Olds with Elves.
I think Andrew's deck is right.
Oh, you think he's on Eldrazi Tron?
I hope so.
Okay.
Because I love, yes, from the
So here's your
spotter.
Tron. Here's your Tron.
Here's your Tron.
This is the closest it's going to get. The Super Soper.
So this Eldrazi Tron deck, I took it for a spin.
Yeah?
I
Took her around the block?
Took her around the block.
Show her a nice time?
Yeah. Well, no, she did not show me a nice time.
Oh. I was gonna make a lewd comment about your dating life, but I'll refrain.
What dating life? If you're gonna make a lewd comment about something that doesn't exist, then yeah, go for it. Anyway, I thought this deck was clunky.
Okay.
It did not feel as if my turns proceeded into each other. Like I wasn't moving in the same direction.
Yeah, welcome to Tron. You just dirtle until you have like 1 billion mana, and then you cast something that costs 1 billion mana, and you win.
Okay. But yeah, I was disappointed. But that's alright. Sometimes you get disappointed.
Sometimes you do. You know what? I was disappointed yesterday.
Oh?
I went shoe shopping, and they didn't have the shoes I wanted and the size that I need, and...
You've got a wide foot.
I've got a big foot. It's not necessarily wide.
Alright. Sorry. I didn't mean to misappropriate your foot.
You did, and it, you know, not happy about it. Wow,
So,
what a draw
look at this,
for Adam
the main
Olds.
deck Reclamation Sage.
Yeah, you run a 1 of, but my goodness.
To get the map is...
Yeah.
That's another level.
So many levels. So the width of my foot makes it so that I can't buy certain brands of shoes, which I've just given up on at this point in my life.
Okay. We don't walk into the Nike outlet.
No, absolutely not.
It's a known narrow brand. What is this? I'm not familiar with this printing of whatever card's been played.
Mindstone?
Is that an F&M Mindstone?
It is.
And I usually pride myself on being pretty up to date with my promos.
Oh man. Dwynen's Elite. Pretty solid draw here.
This is a premium Elves start.
Dismember that. No, it's not. Oh, the dismember was at 16, yeah.
What
All right.
just happened?
He dismembered the Heritage Druid in response to the Dwynen's Elite trigger.
Right, but then he cast an Azuri.
He had some floating mana somewhere in there.
Okay. Yeah, I think he was a mana short by my calculation, but I admit I was thinking more about the Adidas Superstars that I did not have than...
Had to go like this or this, right? So this is already out. Play this, draw a card.
That's 3.
I already had these out though. Alright, so I do this. Then I do this, I draw a card.
Alright, we're walking it back.
Okay, this trigger, you can kill that. I have 1 floating. And it kills this, so I can't. So this is my hand.
Right, so we figured out that Azuri cannot be in play.
There we go. We figured it out.
Yep. Alright.
I think I'm pretty used to doing Elves math at this point.
Alright, we've got Walking Ballista's been drawn. That's a big deal here.
That is pretty solid, actually. I don't know that... I mean, so you know he has the Azuri, so the Thought Knots here is just better here.
Sure. Alright, he's going to overpay for the Thought Knot by 1. So
You know what? Sometimes you got to be generous.
Yep.
Got to give him the
He's
extra
got
mana.
Azuri and Chord of Calling, and he takes the Chord, which has to be the wrong play. Like, he can get the Azuri with the Chord, but it forces him to tap all his lands.
Right. Makes him pay more mana.
And his creatures.
I mean, if you could play the Ballista for 2 here, I'd be fine with it.
Yeah, Azuri can only regenerate another elf, not
Yeah.
himself. So Ballista for 2, getting Azuri down is...
Big game. But
if
you
he
gotta do it now.
If he lets him untap, then he's got... No, he doesn't have enough mana. He's only got...
Oh, he drew another chord. Nice. Life. Okay, so he's responding to the second. We're being very aggressive with,
timing here.
yeah, these guys need to just slow it down a little bit.
Concur.
Play a little tighter. So in a regular tournament, if you're like minus, or remove these 2, get the Azuri, your Ballista's dead, and you have 2 triggers on the stack, or 2 activations on the stack.
Right. Oh, Adam Olds is playing very fast.
Yeah. So we've activated, or we've added mana with the Elvish Archdruid, and then added mana with our lands to double pump with Azuri. All over the place. If our wonderful spotter Jake Valentine could please tell Adam Olds to tighten the F up, that would be great.
Slow down just a little bit. Alright, so as an Eldrazi Tron player here, I imagine engineered explosives is in your sideboard?
Yes. I'm not super happy with it in this matchup. Like, it seems good on paper, but the Elves deck is spread out between 0 and 3, like, pretty evenly.
Right.
The All is Dust is the card you really want.
Sure, he had an All is Dusted in hand.
Right.
And it's a big deal. You
It's
gotta
not a
get to
small
that
deal.
7 mana though.
Correct.
And that was he wasn't even close there. He was at 4,
5.
5, and he missed a land drop, so he could have been at 6. Just getting out ahead of the Elves deck's really important. I think Pithing Needle's important.
Pithing Needle helps. Not a ton.
Not the most, but
Like, Pithing
getting
Needle Azuri gives you a little bit of time sometimes.
right.
I don't know that I would sideboard it in. How's that?
All right. What would you sideboard in?
I would go up to my second All's Dust, which is probably in there.
Uh-huh.
I think Walking Ballista is a big deal, so I would bring in the 4th.
Sure.
I don't know what else is in the sideboard. Worm Coils, I would imagine.
How do you
And those seem solid.
How do you feel about Grafdigger's Cage? It shuts off the 8 spells in the deck, being Court of Calling and Collecting Company.
Yeah, I'm not. It's good. I don't know that I want that in the deck. The problem is the Elves deck doesn't need those spells to win. Like, they can just have a very aggressive curve,
Sure.
and that's what you need to beat.
Right.
So I want to bring in more creatures, more spot removal, that type of thing.
Yeah. Warping Whale is very good here.
Yeah.
If you had another one of those, Warping Whale is probably coming in. But,
The old Warping Whale. I do like Worm Coil.
sure.
I can't think of what else they would have in the board, though. If I had a Sky Spawner, I would be very high on that one.
Sure.
We've got some good old pile shuffling going on here.
Counting it down to 60.
Longtime stream viewers will know exactly how I feel about pile shuffling. And exactly which layer of hell I would want the Super Soper to go into right now.
read the Inferno in a minute. That's one I feel like once you've read it, you don't need to go back to it.
I've read it a couple times.
You've read Dante's Inferno a couple times.
Yes.
I imagine you were assigned it one time in high school.
I was not.
You read it for fun a couple times.
Yes.
You're a maniac.
So I read it for fun the first time. Borrowed it from the library. I was in high school, but I wasn't assigned it. And then I bought...
When did you have time to read books in high school?
I had all kinds of time.
Alright, I guess I'm just an idiot and it took me all my time to do my homework.
Oh, yeah. I spent zero time on like homework or studying in high school.
Must be nice.
It wasn't not nice. I'll tell you that. My first class of the day was always, for all 4 years, Latin. And in Latin, we just did translations and like went over the homework. So I did the Latin homework throughout the day. And in Latin class, I would do all the other homework.
Wow. Alright, so the Tron player's going to be on the play here.
That's a pretty big advantage.
Ooh, I see redundant Tron pieces in his hand and a map.
Map is solid.
And a
honestly,
walking ballista, so we've got some good removal here. There's got some options.
I like this hand. I think the turning point of the last game was that Reclamation Sage on the map. As big or as small a deal as it looked, it really made a huge impact.
So he plays the Temple first here, which I'm not... oh, here's the Warping Whale. There's another Temple. I guess he was shooting for the Thought-Knot Seer draw?
Yeah. I like Warping Whaling this Mystic down. Like, it needs to go.
Interesting. Okay.
Exiled. Oh, yeah. Now...
See, that's what you want to see.
Now we've got the Dismember for this one.
Oh, jeez.
Or just smash realities.
Here's turn 3. I've got the best ball lightning ever printed.
Smash,
But
smash,
yeah,
smash,
to
smash.
Smash him. Smash him.
Smash him.
Here comes, yes.
Yes.
Counting them down.
I did spend a good amount of time on video games. I didn't play a lot of Magic in high school because all the friends I played Magic went to a different high school.
Sure. Man, he draws a third copy of the same Tron piece. That's disappointing is what that is. Here's 6.
Yeah, this feels good.
4 in this case.
4. So we're going to kill 2 guys, and that feels so nice.
I'm not 100%. I would wait back on it and shoot down.
Yeah, I don't want him casting a Coco.
I would have shot one of them.
Oh.
Which then land, collect the company is a thing. But sitting back on that and being able to just like kill a guy every turn, I feel like is it's a good way to keep yourself in a game that you might not otherwise be in.
Well, I think he's very much in this game and in the driver's seat of this game.
And here comes this Reality Smasher.
Smash! That's an aggressive Dismember.
Concur. What I would have done is I would have saved it for whatever creature blocked Reality Smasher. And, you know, you'd get to surprise kill him then.
Yeah.
If he's like, I'm going to block with this 2-2, I'll go to 2. Here we go. Show me what you're working with. Alright, so he's got some...
In turn, pop this, look for Sajiri Step. He's not playing that card.
That'd be quite the boon.
I don't like this other temple.
Yeah, would have gotten a tower.
I guess it's better, because you're not going to do anything this turn. Alright, so Adam holds at 5. He has to block both of your creatures. The draw there wasn't all his dust.
All his... Still had all his dust these.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a little bit of one-sidedness.
A lot of one-sidedness.
Yeah, I guess it is a lot. This is the maximum amount, as we've had 2 one-sided games out of both the
Don't
games
nitpick
played.
me. I'm just
I'm not.
making conversation
I was agreeing with you. I was saying, yeah, you're right. I a little bit was an underestimation of how much one-sidedness existed. There was a lot of it.
There was the maximum amount of one-sidedness.
What? What's your problem?
What's your problem?
That there's not enough magic on this stream. So after we watch Game 3 here, we're gonna have a backup match come in.
Maybe.
You think this last game's gonna take 35 minutes?
We don't know that the other game's going to take 35 minutes.
Let's have our spotter on the floor post in the chat. How's that backup match doing? Are you having them wait on Game 3 there? Or are they still dirtling their way through Game 1, as we've had 2 one-sided games in this primary match?
They're
The
in
match
game
is
2.
in Game 2, so we're going to get to appreciate Game 3 of that match, I'm sure of it.
You're 100% sure they're going to split the first 2 games 1-1?
Yes.
Wow. Aggressive.
That's aggressive. Concur.
Calling your shots.
Calling my shots. Here we go.
Super Soaker's getting way back in this chair.
Yep. He's enjoying those. We have some nice chairs in our feature match area.
That's true.
Um,
Adam Olds is very hyped for this match.
Is he?
Yeah, you can tell because the camera is shaking. He is so hype.
It would not surprise me if that's just his big, strong hands shaking the table.
I think it's neither. I think we need to stabilize that camera a bit.
Yeah, it happens. Adam Old's on the play. Looks like he's got some business.
It looks like he's got a very good play on the play hand.
He's got more than one lander, so that's good. You
So
can
I saw-
aggressively keep one landers in this Elves deck.
You can. I don't know that I'd be... Well, on the play, it's fine. On the draw, I wouldn't be super soaped to keep a one-lander there.
Sure.
But it looked like he had 3 lands, a Nettle Sentinel, an Elvish Mystic, and an Elvish Archdruid, which is Elvish Harbinger away from being the nut draw, but I didn't see the 7th card in his hand.
Sure.
So this 6 looking pretty bad for the Super Soper.
Alright.
I think I saw 5 lands in an All His Dust, or 4 lands in All His Dust in X.
If you could Tron out into Olive's Dust, would you keep that hand?
100%.
Alright.
There are certainly Elves draws that could kill you before you could All's Dust in that case, but there's not much that, like, a Reality Shaper or something beforehand would do.
Right.
Yeah, so the 5 lands All's Dust we're all having a good laugh about now.
Went back.
Went back.
Yeah, so this Eldrazi Tron deck, like, just... I would have, I want to play green in it just for Ancient Stirrings,
Ancient Stirrings is the best cantrip in Modern.
and it's like the primary reason to play an Eldrazi deck.
It's one of the big ones. I think turn 2 Thought Not Seer plays a pretty big part in playing an Eldrazi strategy as well. As somebody who has played turn 2 Thought Not Seers for exactly one tournament now, I feel I'm an expert on this.
Man, you probably had a ton of Thought Not Seers on turn 2.
Yeah.
Because that deck is literally all Ancient Tombs.
Yeah.
Playing the Eldrazi in Legacy is, I haven't gotten to do it yet, but one day I'll either win the lottery and buy the rest of the deck, or
Oh, he drew the Heritage Druid. Feels so good. You have to kill the Nettle Sentinel here. Oh, I want the Nettle Sentinel gone.
all right.
Man, that's tough.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
So the Nettle Sentinel represents so much more mana than this Elvish Mystic does. Okay, we've got a Spatial Contortion.
This is the thing. So yeah, these Eldrazi decks have like actual removal
Yeah,
that they get to.
they get to actually cast their
Yeah,
actual
they-
removal.
Right, they get to deploy, and if you can interact with these Elves decks leading up. Right, so we're adding up the damage.
Yeah, because nobody keeps track of life totals anymore, apparently.
Alright, Natural
Alright.
Tron.
Natural Tron. Let's see
what
if
he's
we
got.
show
We have
me.
the payoff. Show me the payoff.
Oh, I see a Batter Skull. Batter Skull's a good one.
Is that a waste?
I see a Wastes full art, unfortunately.
And a promo Dismember. So we're gonna see Batterskull come down. He remembers his trigger.
That 4 mana isn't free, but... Or that 4 life isn't free, but it's totally necessary there.
So necessary.
Oh, drew the Reality Smasher.
So do you play the Reality Smasher here and then suit it up?
You don't have the mana for that.
8?
You need 10 for that.
Right, we're too short.
But I definitely send them both.
Yeah, everybody in. Let's see what we got.
And
11 all.
Once
Evens.
I can suit it up, I'm going to suit it up.
Alright. Collected, or, Court of Calling for 1. For a Heritage Druid.
This
This-
Heritage Druid could make a huge difference on this coming turn.
This tells me that Adam has some serious cards in his hand.
I think he's got a Coco. And Heritage Druid interacts very well with anything he could possibly draw.
Sure. So I think you're collecting company here for your... Interesting. Alright.
Man, what a Coco there.
Wow. There's 3. Alright, so
So he
if,
gains 4, goes up to 15.
Is that enough? Wow.
So he can bounce and replay this Batter Skull. That takes 8, and he has 8.
Or
Bringing the End.
the Endbringer. All right, man. So that Heritage Druid was absolutely the right play. This Elves deck turns on a dime, doesn't it?
It really does.
All right. So let's see how much we can attack for here. We got the Endbringer to worry about. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so Archdruid makes 7, 8, 9, so we can Azuri twice? Once?
Takes 22.
22, wow.
Game over.
That collected company was something else. It hit the 2 best possible.
Yeah.
Would have also... I was surprised he didn't do it before blocks, because you could hit your Reclamation Sage to kill the Batter Skull.
Yeah.
And then blocking the Reality Smasher is very good.
Sure. So I think if he bounces, I don't know that it would have mattered. If he would have bounced the Batter Skull and replayed it instead of casting the Endbringer,
Yeah.
that represents 8 damage instead of the 5.
Uh-huh.
So if he was at 22, I don't know what Andrew's life total was.
Yeah, I think Andrew's life total was 15. He would have been at 20. A virtual 20 because of the life link.
Well, it's a 4/4, so a virtual 19.
Sure.
And then taken 22, 23.
Sure.
Yeah, he still would have been dead.